What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your friendly neighborhood point guard, lockdown. I gotta figure out a new slogan. I want to keep the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man little thing, but I say that because I might be playing a lock almost full time now. So in the background here, you're gonna see a lot of my Elite Two grinds. I shouldn't say a lot, a few games of my last little bit of grinding for Elite Two during Dunk Fest, and we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Puma Mania dropping and just 2K, just so much 2K things going on. So many things, so many things related to 2K. But before I start, I want to talk about my pro-am journey. I'm recruiting a PG and a 5 for any comp players who are listening. And the 2K League Draft. So I'm going to try as be as concise and as on topic as possible, but we'll see. And this video will be about 15 minutes long, so I'm kind of try and get to you guys, get this whole little rambling thing done in 14:30 and have you listen to the rest of the audio from my very last game when I hit Elite 2. So yeah, first of all, I want to say congratulations to everybody that was drafted in the 2K League draft that happened this past Saturday, actually yesterday, February 22nd. Shout out to a few of my favorites. Chris Pesos, aka Duck, Playoff JBM, the homie Sleeties, Spartan, who's gonna be representing Mav GG. Shout out to the hometown team, Mav GG. We do have something to prove, indeed. Also, a big shout out to those who didn't get drafted, actually, and I want to talk about that in particular. So, the way that we market players and the way that we market different athletes, esports athletes in this case, is huge, and the ability to be marketable is so vital to me as a content creator and as a competitive 2K player, soon to be professional. I'm gonna speak it into existence. The way that the league marketed Dirk_JDR and Hazel Childress. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Dirk is a rarity in esports, as he was originally a caster / commentator for the NBA 2K League, and he went from caster to player and has shown on a consistent basis that he not only is an amazing caster, but one of the best big men in 2K, and miraculously, horrendously, almost by mistake, it seems like he went undrafted, and there's no explanation for it, really. It doesn't make any sense, because he was too talented. He was just way too good. Shout out to Oakland Rose, a champion, a amazing comp point guard, and just a great player in general. Good guy, great player. For some reason, he wasn't drafted as well, and things happen. I understand it, but again, there were a couple of guys that got passed up that just didn't make sense, and those are a few players that just didn't make sense, and also Hazel, who's a great player as well. And it doesn't make sense, and I wish I could discuss it and understand it, but I don't. So there you go. Women in 2K and women represented in 2K. I love how they use their stories and they use their likenesses and different things, but don't want to include them in the league. I have a lot of thoughts about that, but that's another video altogether. And I think that might be worth touching on in a separate video all by itself. So there's that. But shout out to everybody who got drafted. Oh, also RTD Snackaholic, one of the best bigs in the game. He didn't get picked up. Don't know how that didn't happen. But shout out again to those that did get drafted. My boy Duck, Playoff JBM, Sleeties, Spartan, Trap 214, Nasthetic, who I linked up with at the Texas Ticket. Yeah, so many great players, and they're fantastic. Moving on. What I don't like about that, though, is they marketed it so poorly, and 2K is posting images, like the NBA 2K, the Instagram page, right? He's posting images of D Wade B-roll on the game instead of talking about the freaking draft. It bothers me how little the game itself doesn't seem to want to recognize those that can elevate and build their game to new levels. If 2K is the highest selling game in America, right? How are there not more people tuned in to the league? How are there not all 30 teams tuned in and buying into the league? It just doesn't make sense to me, and I think someone needs to readjust and reevaluate and understand there are so many elements of 2K that can be tapped into that we're not tapping into. And again, I only have 15 minutes, so I won't go down the whole list. But a few of my suggestions include giving every 2K player that's ever played in the league a 2K League logo. I don't care if they're former or current. I don't even care how you designate it. It can be black and white 2K League logo over their head, and then a blue, white, and red one for the current players. Anything. There are ways to make your league not only recognizable but desirable, and that's one way to do it. I would say look to incorporate Park or 3v3 Pro-Am in all-star related events. So if they have an all-star weekend for the 2K League, right, or team up, so to speak, why not include Park? Why not include all-star team up? Why not include things that other players who don't play in the league, who don't play Pro-Am, who don't play fives, can readily recognize? It just makes sense to me. Another thing you could do is, and I think this would be huge, we're face scanning Quavo and Travis Scott and Fatboy SSE, but we're not face scanning our league players. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Face scan these boys in the game. We can face scan freaking Hank the Tank, but not one wild walnut. Not you get what I'm saying? We ain't face scan Goofy in the game. I don't understand that. Bear the Beast, he not getting scanned in the game? Come on, bro. Look at your My Team cards. Why not create My Team cards for your 2K League players? We can drop a Michael Jordan, a pink diamond Michael Jordan. We can drop a Opal KD. All this. We can't drop a pink diamond Bear the Beast card, a pure shark with Hall of Fame clamps. I'm just saying, as a person who doesn't play My Team, there are so many ways to incorporate the league into the game. And that would be huge, and that just makes so much sense to me. I don't know why it's not been tapped into. And it's the same way you can incorporate your content creators into My Team and other things like that. Hell, they don't even got to be even player cards. They can be freaking coach cards, the way they do for Madden or something else. It just doesn't make sense. That's irksome. But again, I want to touch on these topics briefly because I can go on for days about these different things. But moving on. My team, Canton Clutch, that I'm rocking with, Brody Bro, Lizzie Blake 25, Lambert is Godly, Man of the People. We're looking for one or two more pieces to play in different lanes, whether it's SL2K, WR, this ADB tournament. That's actually registration is closing tonight for. If you hear this video or see this video and you think you got the sauce at the one, or you think you're an elite center or underrated center, preferably a popper, a shooting center, let me know in the comments below. Because we're trying to get this bread. We're trying to get the cheese, man. We're trying to play for the money. And even if we don't get into some of these smaller tournaments tonight or soon, at the very least, we can prepare for the leagues that are coming up. So, if you think you got the sauce, or if you think you're a presence in the paint, or a swinger or whatever, just let me know. And we can talk. We can look to give you some runs. We can look through some matches, get some codes, and see what happens there. But a little bit about our team, really briefly. We are working on an experimental small ball lineup here in ranks and in matchups. But if we land a top PG or just a PG who has a particular preference or an actual center, we're looking to go back to a more traditional setup. But we have our pure lock guarding ball. We have my inside out scorer guarding the roller, and we switch everything. And so we're trying to do something a little different. And if you're interested, please, again, let me know. We're trying to build a brand from the ground up and create a dynasty. I want to be the next greatness. I want to be the next Untamed. I want to be the next Kiss My Tims. So if you got the sauce, please hit my DMs, comment down below. I don't care what you do. Just get a hold of me. Talk to me. So there's that. And as we get to the closing of the video, I will talk briefly about my Elite 2 grind and what that sort of entailed. So I played straight up through my Elite 2 grind for most of the day during Puma Mania before it was shut down. And that's a problem that I want to talk about in another video. Oh my god, someone didn't talk about 2K wise, oh my goodness. And during the 3 times rep and the wreck, or was it dime time? Either way, I played straight up for most of it, and then I had to start throwing lobs as we got closer and closer to the end of the triple and the quad rep. And as y'all know, last Monday was the end of Dunkfest, and so we really had to throw lobs and all that, and it just, I got beef. I got a problem with that. I absolutely despise that the best way to get rep ain't just winning at the damn game. Why on God's green earth, as an ISO player with my guard and a spot up on my lock, an occasional ISO player, why in the frick am I forced to throw lobs to get the most rep? Why am I forced to throw flashies in which flashy passes are broken, even with Hall of Fame flashy passer? The badge is OD, yeah, but if you can't land a flashy pass, or your shooter gets a weird catch, it's GG. And it doesn't make sense, and I hate throwing lobs for rep. It's just stupid. It's stupid. And it takes the fun out of switching it up, and it like lobs and behind the back passes and all this different flashy fancy stuff. It's supposed to be special. Now it's boring and it's whack and it's lame. I don't get lit over a lob no more. It's a hassle to do it. It's a job to throw lobs, and I hate it. And for the next 2K21, we need to address it. We need to fix it. We need to change it. And we need to move away from this weird rep system. And I also hate that depending on the build that you have, you get more or less points for the same shit. It doesn't make sense, and I don't like it. And it made my grind so much more irritating, to be honest. And one more problem. When you close an event, can we finish the game before this 2K event shit pops up? Because as you see at the end of the video, and you heard me dying laughing, I finished my grind to Elite 2 at the very last moment. And I couldn't enjoy my animation. I couldn't enjoy my Elite 2 Hadouken Goku Super Saiyan animation, or whatever the fuck I was finna get for Elite 2. I don't know. I didn't get to see it. That's an incentive for hitting these reps, and I couldn't see it. That's a problem. It bothers me. And it made my grind vaguely bittersweet. But again, first world problems. 2K, let's make some adjustments to marketing, to rep grinding, to allowing women a specific place in the league, and how we really showcase and highlight and show love to our content creators. So yeah, that's all I have for now. You're gonna hear the last 30 seconds or so of this gameplay of the last game of Elite 2 grind. And yeah, my name is Cromantina. This is your friendly neighborhood 2K player. Too long, we'll figure it out. And I'm out. Have a beautiful day. More videos coming very, very, very soon. Peace. Oh, we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming next week. I had to miss this past Wednesday for some personal stuff. So yeah, I'm out. Holla.
Oh, wow. Fuck it.
Let's go!
Drinking, what is this?